On this day, 50 years ago, across the Atlantic in Western Africa, a new independent nation was born, the Republic of Sierra Leone, the nation of the Lion's Mountain. The people of Sierra Leone have much to celebrate today indeed, and we are pleased not only to join them in celebrating their Independence Day, but to announce how we hope to make our contribution toward their benefit for the next 50 years through a new international collaborative partnership that we have made with Thurgood Marshall College Fund member universities and our partners at George Mason University.
For the last, I guess now almost a year, we've been visiting various parts of the world. We began in South Africa, went to China in October, and most recently completed our international tour because we have a goal here at the Thurgood Marshall College Fund, and that goal is not so much to create just career-ready students, but to create world-ready students. That's a new word, the terminology that I'm going to be using a lot, and it's about creating world-ready students. That includes the career side, but there's so much work for our students to be doing around the world. So many of them, I'm learning, haven't left their own states. Many of them haven't left the counties and the cities that they grew up in. So this opportunity to tell them and show them how big the world is such an exciting opportunity for us, and we're going to take advantage of it. This summer, I am so pleased to announce we're going to have about 15 students in China. We're having 5 or 6 in Ghana. We will have in the fall 7 of our university students doing more than just, the 6 or 8 week trip, but they're doing between a semester and a year studying abroad. We're also working on faculty exchanges so that not only are we sending our students abroad, but we're exchanging our faculty members as well to make sure that we truly, we can't send all 300,000 students abroad, but we can definitely take our culture and our experiences back to the rest of the world.
When we look at Sierra Leone and we know what a remarkable history the country represents, how profoundly successful its educational system was before a great tragedy when a small group of people abandoned all of those values and pursued gain all by itself, and in the process virtually destroyed an entire century of work. So I think in reassembling around the other 3, and of course it is about gain, we need to help the young people find ways to become gainful, and that's everywhere, not just Sierra Leone, but to pull in the beauty, to pull in the goodness, and then the humanism, and I think that's the Thurgood Marshall's great gift to all of us, is that sharing of these values. So we view this partnership as a gift. We hope that we will be good stewards of that gift, and we do not see this as a sprint. We see this clearly as a 100-year marathon.
On behalf of Cheney University, I would like to thank the Thurgood Marshall College Fund for having the vision to establish the International Collaborative Group. It's indeed a time when we all need to be about creating and developing, and even ourselves becoming global citizens. Because of the vision of our provost, Cheney University is moving towards internationalization, and there are a number of initiatives that we're working on. I had the privilege of being invited after having hosted the president of a university in Brazil last June. I was then invited to participate in the first international conference on diversity, identities, and education. And out of that, during that time, we met with administrators both from Brazil as well as from Nigeria. They have since visited us as of last month. We are going forward in creating a number of initiatives. They've even asked us to publish a book that one of their actually, the president of the university has written on the first president of Angola. So while we are very much engaged and are going to become even more so involved with Brazil, we are not limited to that. So June 9th, we will be hosting an educational forum at which the ministers of education from Liberia and Angola will be in Philadelphia. So you're right down the road from us.
Now, 2 of the projects I would like to talk about. The first one is the Minority Health International Research Training Program, sponsored by NIH. And under this program, we send students to South Africa to conduct research in the area of drug discovery, diabetes research, and so on. And they get opportunity to work with prominent African scientists. The other international program we have is the Textbook and Learning Materials Program, the TLMP, in the West African country of Senegal. And we were one of the 6 MSIs selected by USAID for this project. And till date, we have published and printed and distributed over 1.8 million textbooks in the country of Senegal.
And so we are home to the Northeast Regional Laboratory of the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. And there we are providing training and assistance for food safety. And one of the things we have been doing is serving as a location for individuals to come in from various countries as well as domestically to have access to the laboratories and do research and learn about some of the food safety products. But we are now in collaboration with the US FDA providing some of the international training, and that's what we've been talking with them to build capacity because they need assistance with the training in the areas of pharmaceutical and regulatory science. So that's what we've been focusing on. We're happy to be a part of this collaboration, and our areas of allied health is an area we want to work with on this Sierra Leone project as well. So it's an exciting opportunity, and we're just glad to be here today. Thank you.
We're very proud from Texas Southern to be a part of this. 64 years, we're 64 years young. We were started with a lawsuit against the state of Texas that the Honorable Thurgood Marshall represented to create the University of Texas Southern University. And so we're very proud to have not only his name that decorates our law school, but we also have 2 graduates that were very prominent here, Barbara Jordan and Mickey Leland, and our School of Public Affairs is named after them. And we have 2 institutes, Barbara Jordan Institute of Public Policy and Public Affairs and the Mickey Leland Institute of World Food Hunger. And there's another thing I just want to mention too as well, that two ambassadors were former faculty members at Texas Southern. Cynthia Perry served in Sierra Leone as well as serving in Burundi. And my namesake served in, Leonard Spearman Sr. served in Rwanda and Lesotho. So I'm very proud to be able to represent them and talk about them as part of our heritage and our linkage to the international community. Thank you very much.
When President Ernest Koroma assumed office, when he was elected into office in 2007, he inaugurated what he termed the Agenda for Change. The Agenda for Change is a vehicle for the rapid development of Sierra Leone. And amongst the priorities which he chose, amongst them was education. There was a time in the history of our country, and particularly this time of our history, which we celebrate our 50th anniversary. There was a time in our history when Sierra Leone produced some of the best educationists in Africa. Sierra Leone used to be called the Athens of Africa because south of the Sahara, we had the first university, which was affiliated with Durham University. And we produced very, very good scholars. And over time, during the war, we lost many of these institutions. But after the war, we are a people with resilience. The government decided that whatever happens, we must restore the credible status that we used to have well before independence. And no time is suited for that than at the 50th anniversary of independence, whereby we take stock of where we have come from, and we are now thinking of 50 years ahead, what we want Sierra Leone to be. And definitely, we want to have that pride of place that we used to have before independence as the Athens of Africa. And therefore, education is one of the main pillars of whatever we intend to do. And coming here to support us in this venture, indeed, I'm very proud to be here with you and to say very many thanks to you all. On behalf of the President, I want to thank you very much for taking your time off to come here and discuss things that will benefit my country and perhaps for our children yet unborn. Thank you very much.